everyone. I'm Daisy Buchanan. It's nice to meet you.
You mean it sucks to meet you? Could you be more fake? Who wants to be here? I never want to come to the son of a bitch's party.
Actually, I'd also rather be on the Mississippi right now, but I need some food.
Well, I'm glad to be here. This is the first party I've been to in ages. Nobody's ever talked to me or invited me to a party for a while.
Hello guys, and thanks for coming to my party. I know you're all probably wondering why I invited such a diverse group here, but I recently wrote several short stories and was wondering how society would react to them. I thought each of you might represent a little piece of different society.
Well, why the hell do you care about what society thinks?
Well, in truth, I don't. I believe in not conforming to society, but I just wanted to see whether or not people will take my stories to heart.
Well, what are your stories about?
Well, in my stories, I discuss nonconformity, identity, and civil disobedience.
Well, so far I love your stories. I am a perfect example of nonconformity since I disregarded the Puritan values.
Totally. Forget society's rules. Oh, sorry. I just follow my heart. Like this one time, I helped free a slave. I knew that Southern society would spurn me, but I see slaves as real people.
Oh dear, I wish my friend Gatsby also realized that. He tried to conform to society and move up on the social ladder, but society still spurned him.
See, conforming is useless. No matter what, society will always just reject you, so why even try to conform?
I know, I hate society. Everyone just tries to conform, and the next thing you know, everybody is a phony. The worst part is everyone loses sight of what they believe in and their own ideals. Next thing you know, they don't even know their own identity.
That's what I wrote about being yourself. Like I said, to be great is to be misunderstood. All the great thinkers can't be understood because they defy society, causing everyone else to shun them.
Yeah, at least all those people that are shunned by society don't lie to themselves. It's one thing to lie to society, but to make things easier, but it's a whole nother thing to lie to yourself. You need to be true to yourself and not be someone you're not.
You're one to talk. You always lie about everything.
That's exactly my point. I lie, but I'm true to myself. At least I'm not a goddamn phony who lies to himself just to be accepted by society.
Whoa, so what are you saying, that the great Gatsby is a phony?
No, not at all. Gatsby is only superficially phony, but he remains true to his ideals. That's the difference.
I still don't get it.
The only reason he lies about those things is to be accepted by society, yet he still keeps his two original goals, which are attaining love and achieving the American dream.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. I'm in the same situation. After a while, the town began accepting me again and allowed me to remove the A from my attire, but I refused. I wanted to stay true to myself. The A became part of my identity and my life, but in taking it off, I would be lying to my true self.
That would have taken a lot of courage. I wish my friends had that.
But didn't Jim have a lot of courage?
Oh, definitely. Jim's very courageous. But I was talking about the Duke and the King. They're both thieves and cowards, you know. They're liars in both senses. They lie about themselves and to themselves. They lie about everything in bad situations. But they also lie about how good they are good people, and they really aren't, you know what I mean? Like one time, the King gave a bunch of religious talks, but then he squandered all his money on beer.
They don't sound like good people. They sound like they're trying to be someone they're not.
Talking about the truth, though, you're an ugly boy.
What the hell is-
ugly boy?
What the hell is that for? God damn, I won't be talking. You're one ugly man yourself.
Guys, stop arguing. Why don't you two go hit a couple golf balls here? I have some clubs and you guys can play right next to my house. Just, you know, all you gotta do is go relieve some tension and stop spilling everywhere.
Okay, I'll do it. Well, this son of a bitch tries anything funny, well,
Maybe I should go to mediate. I don't condone violence of any kind, especially in the tranquility of nature.
Oh, yeah, by the way, come if you want, but don't get your panties in a bunch. Holden, I just want to hit a few balls.
yeah, right. Take you to school.
Uncle.
Well, dear, now that we're all alone, we can really get into the good stuff.
I beg your pardon?
So what's new? Did you hear that Jay Gatsby really came from a poor family and gained all of his money from embezzlement?
I'm sorry, but the Puritan belief stresses that gossip is a sin. I don't think we should discuss Mr. Gatsby or anyone else for that matter.
Well, now isn't that calling the kettle black? Darling, I think it's a little late to try to avoid sin. I mean, look at your situation you got yourself into with Dimsdale and Chillingsworth. Plus, do you really believe you should conform to these rules, especially the gossip one, when so many others violated it by discussing you?
That is true, I guess. So tell me about Gatsby then. Did he really grow up poor?
Reminded me of the American dream. I mean, when I first met him right before the war, Gatsby only had the clothes on his back. And just a couple years later, he'd become one of the richest men in the United States.
Really? That's funny. In a way, I'm like this Gatsby fellow.
Are you rich too?
No, not quite in that sense, but right after I was convicted of adultery, the people of Massachusetts Bay Colony completely shunned me. No one would make eye contact with me or anything. Even the little kids treated me like dirt. But eventually, I was able to regain everyone's respect for me with my embroidery skills, and I was finally accepted into society again. The best part was that I was finally able to give Pearl a chance to be part of society. I've always felt so guilty about my sin causing her to be an outcast, too.
Splendid. I'm so glad that you were able to do that. But I wonder what the boys are doing right now.
You know, do you know what your problem is, Holden? I mean, besides the ugly face of yours?
That will get the hell off my back.
No, it's that you take life for granted. You're just some little spoiled rich kid. I mean, I've worked so hard to live my life and to be able to live freely. Just damn little rich kid.
Shut the hell up. You don't understand. It's hard when you have so much freedom. Damn it.
Like what part? Being allowed to go wherever you want, whenever you want, make your own decisions without considering the consequences? Have you ever thought about how much harder it is, or it would be to have no freedom whatsoever? My friend Jim didn't have any freedom. He was impressed by the Southern Society's attitude, prison, whatever. You act like a damn kid. Why don't you just grow up?
Oh, well, I've never thought about it like that before. But too much freedom isn't that great either. I mean, with all that freedom comes responsibility. Freedom is only because, with all the freedom I have, I can only depend on myself. I mean, all this freedom is only because I'm away at boarding school. So I have to take care of myself because my parents are down on my back. I'm not
You
trying
stupid
to...
bastard. You think me and Jim didn't have responsibilities? Talk about self-reliance. We had to create a method for getting food, finding shelter, and making some kind of transportation. You rich kids have it way better. I mean, although you have responsibilities, you've also got freedom. I can't even speak my mind. And then you don't even get me started on Jim.
You know, that's a really good point there. This country is so hypocritical sometimes. One of the most important things about freedom is the freedom of speech.
Freedom? I'll show you freedom.
So anyways, that's part of the foundation of this country. Now I know the law says you can express your opinions about slavery, but in reality, if you did it, the Southern Society would condemn you. That's the problem with society pressuring you into conforming. So breaking out of the mold, relying on yourself for ideas is very courageous because it is so difficult.
You son of a bitch, look at this.
Gee,
Hold on! No, don't! Make love,
You poor
not
little
war.
boy, what did you do to him?
stop fucking girl like pull out.
Make love, love, non-conformist
You
love.
can't let your anger escape you like that.
It's okay, it's okay.
Calm down.
Come on, let's go inside and put your hands on that.
Let's all go inside and have a nice
Yeah,
friendly
that's a
dinner.
good idea.
Friendly dinner. Friendly dinner. Friendly.
Go.
Friendly? I mean,